こんにちは、ハギーです。キングダムズ・オブ・アマラー続きをプレイしていきましょう。今回からダウンロードコンテンツのデッドケル伝説をプレイすることになります。クエストちょっと読み上げてみようかな。アルファ商船団がやる気と勇気のある人材を募集している。ラシアのシーホーム酒場で会社の窓口であるギャリック提督を見つけようということで、財宝でも探すのかな？じゃあちょっと話しかけてみましょい。
Hello there. You look quite fit, quite able. Perhaps I'll have work for one so hearty as yourself. Well, once you hear the details, I'm sure you will lose interest. Everyone else
興味を失うんや。
We of the Alpha Merchant Navy wish to hire a representative to track and kill the notorious pirate Dead Kell and his crew of murderous men.
宝探しじゃなくて海賊殺すんか。レベル10プラスって書いてるの。どういうことなんだろう。
They had many names for him during the Middle Kingdoms era. Ghost of the Frostbreak, the Blood Red Sail. Every captain and swab on the Frostbreak Sea feared for their lives when Kell raised his flag. Many widows were made in those days, my friend. Of course, that was centuries ago, before he was killed.
あれかな、レベル10ちょっとぐらいでいけるよってことなんかな。だったら余裕も余裕なんだわ。
Oh yes. The Alpha Navy put an end to Dead Kell generations ago. They tracked him to his island hideaway and turned his ship to tinder. There were no survivors. Now you understand our predicament. Our shipping and transport lanes are a gauntlet. Dead Kell preys on our ships like scabs feast on the dying. We're helpless against him. We're losing 1 in 5 vessels departing from Rathir. Good sailors gone. Vital supplies sent to the depths. This must end now. You will? Truly? I must admit I did not anticipate this development. Here is your payment. It is made in good faith. Once you've made your preparations, report to Captain Rast Bratigan in the Keys. She will be your escort. Rast is a good and loyal companion and a competent sailor, despite what they say. May Lyria protect you, and may her breath ever be at your back. Good luck.
行ってみよう。ちょっと訳ありなんかな、船長さん。ちょっと思ってたよりも声が可愛くてびっくりしたな。顔はともかく声が可愛いな、船長。
So you're the one the Navy's hooked into finding Gallows End and killing Dead Kell. It's suicide! Really? Ask the others. Oh wait, you can't. But don't worry about them. Like my mother said, don't weep for the fallen. Even if they could hear you, they wouldn't care. You know, the other applicants. Dead, all of them. All of the ones they found, that is. Plenty of others just vanished. One poor fellow was found cut into teeny tiny pieces. They needed a bucket to pull all of him from the surf. But don't you worry, we'll have a fine voyage. He's the worst of the worst. A villain who truly enjoys the pain he inflicts. He's a slippery one though. Not even death can catch Dead Kell. I'd love to be the one to bring him in. Maybe then I'd finally get some respect. It is the mysterious island fortress of Dead Kell and his crew. Why? Do you know how to get there? Because I have no idea. I was hoping to figure it out as we go, but I'm starting to wonder if that's a good idea. Flattery will get you nowhere, unless I've had too much to drink. Then I'm afraid to say it'll get you all sorts of strange places. I shall not elaborate. Tari and I are ready when you are. He's the fine first mate on the ground next to me. Words aren't his strength, although I'd be pressed to say what is exactly. I found him after I was my last first mate on a desert island. That man became obsessed with me, probably because we had sex.
おっと。何回もすか。
Only what you want with you in case of an emergency. There aren't many merchants where we're headed. Seeing as I don't believe in navigation, I'd have to say no. Not at the moment. Not to worry. Once you've wrecked enough ships, you get the hang of it. If you're ready to depart, my vessel awaits.
声は可愛いけど、なかなかやっぱ船長だけあって
Just don't go down into the
ぶっ
hold.
飛んでるな。
There's a leak down there. It's big. I'm predicting an uneventful voyage. We might even get bored. Off we go then. Trust no one, except me, of course.
声が気になって仕方ないんやけど。もうやっぱり無理や。
Lo, hear the tale of the pirate king who cut a blood-red wake from dark Rathir to Frostspring Sea, and dead Kel was his name. With hanged men crew and bone-white flag, he sailed from Gallows End. No solace for a sailor true when dead Kel's ship came in.
あれナンパしたの？いきなりな展開やんけ。あらら。これは？あ、船長は無事なんや。
Wow! I did not foresee such a horrendous disaster. Too
割と
bad.
余裕っぽいな。
Are you well? Everything in its right place? Most of the others were killed. It wasn't quick. I heard their cries in the fog, but I couldn't do a thing.
やっちゃったぜみたいな、それぐらいのノリやな。
Dead Kel. One moment there was nothing but open sea before us, and the next there he was. It didn't take much to sink the Calamity. That poor ship was asking for mercy, and Dead Kel granted her wish. Welcome to Gallows End, my friend. At least I think that's where we ended up. I hope you like surprises. No one is sorrier than I am. Those men and
まあ
women
な、
were
船
my
なくなった
family.
しな。
Traveling as I do, there aren't many opportunities for closeness.
あ、一応船員は大事なんや。
Calamity. Found it and lost it. Good thing Tari is still with me. Well, mostly. Not sure exactly, but he's bleeding like a gutted fish. We're going to need to reach shore if we want to fetch help. We'll have to come back for him. I wish there was another way. Gone, Lyria, bless her. Like Mother always said, never love anything, because all things end up dead. A wise woman, my mother. And very, very sad. The hull drifted off into an eastern cove, where it sank away completely. Only bubbles remain. And a more capable team I can't imagine. It appears our best path to the mainland is through a nearby cavern, but it seems to be flooded and blocked by debris. I do carry some old cobalt explosives in my pack, but I've never used one before. Well, not successfully. Let's go!
船長いいキャラしてるな。取られへん。
It's time to see whether
ああ、
or not
ここ
these
爆発させんの
explosives
か。
are worth the price I paid for them. Get back! Chin up.
大丈夫なのかな。一瞬死ぬかな思ったけど大丈夫やったな。お、なになになに、新しい敵やな。キモ。 ち悪い。何これ。あー、ちょっと苦手なんやけど、そういうの。こういうの苦手なんですけど。ああいうの出てくるの嫌やな。
Jabbering jellyfish! I'm out of explosives! And we're so close. I can hear the waves on the sand. One of us is going to need to find some way to get us through this wall. And by someone, I mean you.
まあ
You
そうや
said
ろ
I
な。
don't swim, or did I fail to mention that?
お前、船長ちゃうんかよ。
I captained my first ship when I was no bigger than my papa's knee, and promptly crashed it into the dock, sinking 3 vessels with 1 wreck. It was then that I knew my destiny was to be a sailor. From that day forward, I spent my life on the water. 20 ships in 20 years. It must be some kind of record.
船
Anything
長
that can
泳
get
が
us
れ
through
へんの
this
かいな。
wall. Be creative. I'd help you, but I can't swim. No time to jaw.
こっちか。船長何も手伝ってないやんな。お、爆弾。これで爆弾置いて、
I'm thinking.
オッケーオッケー。船長何もしてへん。突っ立ってるだけやんけ。
Amazing! We survived! I didn't want to say anything in the cavern, but I was betting against us.
あんまそんな
In
風
the
には見え
words
へん
of
かっ
my
たけ
dear
どな。
departed mother, always prepare for the worst, for it'll probably happen.
どうもこの
There looks
お
to be a
母さんの
settlement on the
話が
beach.
口癖みたいだな。
Let's see who's at home. Ready when you are?
そっち？あんまり景観のいい場所じゃないな。
Akara blesses us with another lost soul. Welcome, stranger.
よく見る顔や。もうなんか慣れ親しんだ感じするな。
Just in time. Tell me, how have you come to find yourself upon our shore? It is a village established by those of us whose fates have brought us to Gallows End. Sailors and settlers, foreigners and families, but castaways all. We have made a life here on these beaches and in this village. Akara is the reason I am here. The reason all of us on this island are here. And maybe, my friend, it's why you are here as well. Akara is this island and everything upon it. Ah, so you're here for the oppressor, he who was cast down. You're not the first to arrive on these shores in search of him. You will not be the last. But Akara's magic protects us here in Cape Solace. We are safe from Dead Kell's deathless touch. The same cannot be said for those who venture past the boundaries of the village, near the keep and the surrounding forest. Dead Kell was the favorite son of Akara. He was given great gifts from our protector, only to squander them in the pursuit of power. We are blessed not to fear him. So many others live at his mercy, but not those of us here on the safety of the beaches. Akara protects the faithful. Why, it is the great fortress that looms in the north. Grave Hall, as it was named by the Diverga craftsmen who raised its mighty walls. But the Diverga have long since abandoned the island, leaving their great keep empty. Some in the village, like Paddy, are intrigued by the keep's dark courts and corridors. But I would avoid it. Grave Hall is haunted. The villain Dead Kell rules much of this island, and he strives tirelessly to control every last inch. Akara will not let this happen. We are protected in this spot alone, just south of the river and along the coast. The Fallen One has no power here, and it enrages him. Then you will fit in well, for keeping the village strong is truly a group undertaking. We get by with Akara's blessing and providence, of course. You may stay with us for as long as you wish, but might I suggest that you find a way to make yourself useful? We all must do our part.
Well, I don't know about you, but all of this talk about Akara is unsettling. I'm going to ask around about ways to get off the island, since I'm almost certain we're not going to want to stay. We'll have to secure another vessel, but from the looks of the village, they don't often venture past the reef. In the meantime, I'll ask you to scour the beaches for survivors of our wreck. I fear that we may be all that's left of the calamity. Such a possibility has left me agitated. I try not to worry. Anxiety doesn't agree with
意
me.
外とナイーブなとこあ
I
るんだよ
throw
ね。
up.
吐きそう。
I did not see my bosun Thora among the dead, or his wife Asa. There's a chance they have evaded death's grip and still count among the living. Mark my words, if even one of them survives, I will fight to the
あ、
earth's
でも
edge
根
to
はいい
find
子なん
them.
やな。顔はあれやけどな。
That's the spirit. I knew taking you on board was the right idea. That fortune teller didn't know what she was talking about. I will stay here and speak to Alder about a boat, and I'll have them send men to fetch Tari from the sandbar. I'll have dead Kel's head if it's the last thing I do. What was left of the ship drifted towards a cove past the eastern cliffs. I'd search there first, and I'd hurry. Don't let your guard down.
ブラーティガン船長がカラミティ号の事故の生存者が他にもいないかと心配している。スカトルハマ周辺で生存者を探索するよう頼まれた。こんな感じか、今回は。で、ここに行ってこいと。それでは今回の動画はこの辺りで終わりたいと思います。このブラーティガン船長がね、なかなかいいキャラしてて結構好きだな。今までこのゲームやっててね、あんまりこうノンプレイヤーキャラで面白いなって思ったのいなかったんですけど、このブラティガン船長だけはちょっとね、まあ、顔はちょっとあれやけどキャラ的には好きですね。はい、それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイバイ。